Hello, this is your Zodiac Oracle greeting you. There are no coincidences. You are here because life wants to show you a sign. Open your heart and receive the guidance that comes to you today. Taurus. It is no coincidence that you are here, Taurus. It is not an accident nor a trivial twist of fate. The invisible threads of time have woven your arrival to this sacred moment. You have been summoned, called from the depths of creation, because there was a message waiting for you, a message that could no longer be delayed. As you read these words, your spirit recognizes that what you hear is not mere advice. It is an ancestral whisper, a divine sign that breaks the barrier between the human and the eternal. Listen carefully, because it will not repeat itself in the same way. The heavens have revealed their cards, and the stars have lit up their secret language. The first thing I see is a warning, a shadow that has tried to follow you silently. Not everyone who smiles by your side desires your well-being, Taurus. In the cards appears a figure who pretends to disguise themselves as an ally, but in truth, it is an echo of envy, a dark mirror that feeds on your energy. Ask yourself, who feels uneasy with your progress? Who whispers when you are not present? Who feels that your brilliance dims their own light? Do not fear to recognize it. The universe is showing you what you once denied. Divine justice is already on its way. Those who scattered thorns on your path will feel how their own traps close in on them. The chains that tried to bind you are beginning to crack. And here arises the first decree you must pronounce with your soul. No darkness can extinguish my light, for I was created to shine. Repeat it 3 times in silence, feel it vibrating in your chest, and understand that with these words you break hidden pacts and close doors to those who wish to see you fall. Taurus, destiny confronts you with inevitable questions. Will you continue walking while carrying burdens that do not belong to you? Will you keep allowing others to define your worth? Your essence is made of fertile, firm soil that bears fruit even after the storm. But someone has tried to convince you that you cannot, that you are limited. That is the hidden enemy you must recognize. The battle is not always outside. Often, the adversary disguises itself as inner doubt. And yet, here is the revelation. Your doubts are transforming into strength. Every tear, every night of uncertainty, now turns into sword and shield. It is the moment of justice. The tarot shows the scales balancing, the voice of the divine returning to each what they deserve. You will be given back what was taken from you, even what you thought was lost forever. What seemed like an ending was in truth a delay, a test preparing your triumph. Listen, no darkness can extinguish my light, for I was created to shine. Allow your soul to repeat it, because in that echo invisible curses are broken. And now I arrive at what burns in your heart. Love. Taurus, in your cards appears the figure of a fire that seemed extinguished but begins to ignite once more. If you are in a relationship, you will see truth laid out on the table. There will no longer be secrets, no half measures. Silences are broken, and the bond either is reborn or dies to open you to something greater. If you are single, prepare yourself. Someone enters your life, not to fill it with empty promises, but to show you that you deserve a love that is worthy, stable, and passionate. It will not be a casual encounter. It will be a pact written in the stars long before you breathed your first breath. Do you already feel it in your chest? In work and money, the stars point to movement. What was stagnant begins to flow. The money that seemed to drift away now returns multiplied. But pay attention. You must use your intuition. Do not invest in what does not convince you. Do not give your trust to easy promises. An opportunity is coming, and although others will call it risky, you will know it is a springboard sent by the universe. Do you remember how many times you doubted your professional worth? Those days are behind you. Financial stability is being built, stone by stone, and your hands will be filled with fruit. Now listen with your soul. No darkness can extinguish my light, for I was created to shine. Each time you repeat it, you are planting seeds of abundance in your sacred field. Write this phrase in the comments. The universe opens my paths and I receive abundance. By writing it, You do not just declare it to the world, but your energy begins to vibrate in harmony with abundance itself. And if you feel in your heart the truth of these words, give your approval to this message with a gesture of gratitude. Think that by doing so you are not only supporting this channel of light, but you are also giving the universe the signal that you are ready to receive more revelations, more miracles, more open roads to radically and positively transform your life. Your power color is emerald green, a reflection of healing, balance, and multiplying abundance. Carrying it with you will attract what once seemed far away. Your lucky numbers: 4, 9, 22, and 33 vibrate as cosmic keys that will open closed doors. And the spiritual energy that surrounds you now is one of renewal, like a river that carries away the old and leaves space for the new. Taurus, do not ignore this call. Your soul recognizes it. You did not arrive here by chance, but because it was the exact moment to hear that justice is on your side, that hidden enemies fall under their own weight, and that your path is opening toward victory, love, and abundance. What once seemed impossible is now being revealed as inevitable. And just as the sun does not ask for permission to shine, neither will you. I continue with you, Taurus, without pause and without shadows, because the voice that called you has not finished speaking to you. You feel the ancient pulse beating in your hands again, don't you? It is the echo of your lineage, the drum of your destiny calling you to claim what belongs to you. The warning continues as clear as a bell in the dawn. Not everything that glitters around you is gold. Not everyone who embraces you truly cares for you. There are masks that smile with sugar-coated teeth, but when the sugar dissolves, the cold metal of interest remains. See it without fear. Envy disguises itself as well-intentioned advice, repeating that it only wants to help you while trying to place you inside a golden cage. But you no longer fit there. How much longer will you carry chains that do not bear your name? How much longer will you allow doubt, that inner enemy that speaks with your own voice, to place stones in your pockets? Breathe deeply. The air that enters is a pact of liberation. In the cards has appeared the figure of a lit bridge. That bridge is you, crossing over to yourself, leaving behind broken mirrors and gathering your reflection whole, without fragments. Divine justice does not arrive with noise, it arrives with precision. Where there was injustice, you will see correction. Where there were closed doors, you will see keys. Where there were silences that hurt you, you will hear sincere words. And in the midst of this readjustment, your hands, Taurus, your fertile earth hands, will once again mold the clay of destiny until they bring forth vessels of prosperity. Do you want to know what love says when the night falls silent? It says that your heart, so noble and so stubborn, has learned to distinguish passion from habit, promise from empty ritual. If you love, you will love with truth, not with fear. If you are in a relationship, conversations that once didn't happen will come to light. Windows will open where heavy curtains once hung, and the future will breathe freely. Boundaries will be set, the dust of promises will be shaken away, and only what nourishes will be kept. If you are single, the wheel turns in your favor. A soul with memory of you appears, someone who does not seek to fill a void but to share fullness. Do you feel it? It is not a coincidence if you dream of a face that seems familiar or if a song repeats a name. The subtle threads of destiny are weaving inevitable encounters. Do not rush. Walk with firm steps, and when you look into the eyes of this new presence, you will know you did not come to beg for crumbs. You came to sit at the table of the sacred. In money and work, the oracle shows tools, contracts, a door of iron that opens with a word you had not yet spoken: worthiness. You recognize your value, and by recognizing it, you reclaim the place you once gave up out of fear. You no longer wait for someone to authorize you. Your work, your gifts, your discipline speak for you. There is an opportunity vibrating with your name. Perhaps it is a personal project you postponed, perhaps a promotion that once seemed unreal, perhaps a surprising invitation to partner with someone who understands your vision. Remember that Taurian patience is not slowness. It is precision. You make decisions when the fruit is ripe, not before. Will they speak to you of risk? Yes, but your intuition, sharpened today like a compass, will know how to separate the bold from the reckless. If there is a signature, let it be with full awareness. If there is an investment, let it be in what creates real value. Money, when aligned with your purpose, ceases to be a shadow and becomes light that walks with you. Your field is germinating, and every coin that returns to you carries the word balance. There is something else. A shadow that once believed itself immune. In your cards, the image of judgment rises like a sunrise. Those who underestimated you will witness your growth. Those who denied you will see your name exalted. Those who wanted you small will now have to look upward to find you. Do not gloat. Divine justice does not need revenge, only equity. Be grateful and move forward. Remember that your strength does not come from crushing anyone but from rooting yourself in your truth. Look at yourself. You were made of stillness and power, of silence and thunder. Do you notice it? The cycle is changing, and with it, the landscape shifts. In love, tenderness becomes your compass. In money, consistency becomes your bridge. In work, creativity breaks through the wall that once seemed final. In spirit, you discover yourself as an altar. Write in the comments, I walk with faith and life walks with me. Write it with the certainty that you are not sending a phrase into the wind, but lighting a lighthouse in the middle of the sea. And if this sign has touched your chest like a caress that recognizes you, respond with a gesture of gratitude. Honor this message with your approval, as one who lights a candle to give thanks. By doing so, you seal a pact with yourself. You promise to listen to the clues of destiny and make space for new confirmations, new blessings, new doors that turn in your favor. You do not do it for me. You do it for yourself and for the secret dialogue you hold with the divine, that dialogue which today has taken form in words. Now I speak to you of your ritual body, of your altar home, of your symbolic steps. Take a piece of paper and write your goals as if they were already fulfilled. Fold that paper toward you and keep it where you sleep. Light when you feel called without obsession, a green candle or place something emerald green close to you. It is not superstition, it is a visible reminder of your pact with healing and abundance. Each time you see that color, remember that you are choosing yourself. Drink water with intention, give thanks before and after your meals. Walk with the sun or the moon upon your forehead as one who wears a serene crown. And if doubt returns, for doubt always returns, remind it that you are now busy blooming. Who are you when no one is watching? You are the same as when everyone observes. A being on the path, a being who remembers, a being who returns to their place. In that return, the old chains are loosened not with violence, but with wisdom. Nothing that truly belongs to you will ever be denied. Nothing that is not yours by destiny will remain. I hear the murmur of time and I approach your coming days. I see meetings that once intimidated you. Now they seek you. I see an economic conversation untangling, a fair agreement. I also see an invitation of the heart that forces you to say what you truly want, without detours. You will no longer accept half measures. Your heart has learned to speak clearly. And the shadow? The shadow learns too. It learns that it no longer has power over you. Hold on to this. Courage attracts clarity. Clarity attracts abundance. Abundance attracts peace. And in that peace, Taurus, your soul rests like a tree that has found the right soil. I feel the tide of destiny advancing with feline steps. There are signs of surprising growth. A message arriving at an unusual hour, a name reappearing, an opportunity with a date and place. Your mind will ask, what if it's not meant for me? But your spirit already knows the answer. Let life find you working for what you love. Let love find you loving yourself. Let money find you managing with awareness. Let the sky find you with open hands. For what were you made if not for this? To learn to love without fear, to create without permission, to receive without guilt. Your spiritual energy is now a clean river. Sometimes it speeds up, sometimes it flows gently, but it always moves forward. Whoever tries to stop it will first get wet, then grow tired, and finally let the water continue on its way. That is you, water that learns the shape of each stone until it polishes it. So if they ask you for patience, give it. If they ask for vision, show it. If they ask for truth, speak it. The numbers that accompany you continue to vibrate like chords harmonizing your path. 4, 9, 22, and 33. Use them as reminders, not as charms detached from your will. And emerald green remains with you. In a garment, in a detail, in your imagination. It is the color of the earth that heals and the heart that expands. Now the compass turns and points to your hidden gifts. What have you silenced out of fear of not being enough? What talent did you leave in a drawer out of fear of criticism? I see hands that create and organize, eyes that observe in detail, a mind that transforms complexity into clarity. These gifts are your tools of justice. With them, you balance the scales, with them you create your own sustenance, with them you illuminate others. It is no coincidence they appear now. They appear because you have shown that you can take care of them. Use them. Celebrate each small achievement as another brick in your cathedral. Your work will no longer be merely entering and exiting through a door. Your work becomes a space of fulfillment. When your work is aligned with your soul, even challenge becomes teacher. And when the teacher speaks, the wise student listens and applies. I hear you nodding inside. You are ready. There is a promise that remains lit like a torch. Victory, love, and abundance. It is not an empty promise. It is a consequence. Victory comes when you stop fighting against yourself and begin to fight for yourself. Love comes when you recognize you are worthy without negotiating with your essence. Abundance comes when you serve life with your truth instead of chasing it with anxiety. Everything revealed here was signed earlier in your stars. You feel it, don't you? This message called you because it was meant for you. And when something is meant for you, nothing can stop it. Pause for a moment and look at yourself from above. You see the line of your days like a river opening. You see the right people approaching like birds bringing seeds. You see the wrong ones leaving quietly. Do not be distracted by painful farewells. Bless them and keep moving. Divine justice closes chapters in its own handwriting. What you are owed will return. What does not serve you will leave. What you need will arrive. And you, Taurus, hold the scepter of perseverance. Where others grow weary, you persist. Where others doubt, you verify. Where others quit, you finish. That is why life trusts your hands and gives you long-term projects. Smile with serenity. You are being prepared for more. If this voice sustains you, show life that you heard it. Leave your sign of gratitude like one who places a flower on an invisible altar. That simple gesture is also a commitment to yourself. To say yes to lessons, yes to opportunities, yes to guidance. And when you feel the pull of the shadow again, remember the clarity that now inhabits your steps. Embrace yourself with the same tenderness with which you embrace those you love. Because when you choose yourself, everything else chooses you. Time turns again and takes us to a secret chamber of your destiny, a place where the earth vibrates with old promises seeking fulfillment. Here are stored vows you made on silent nights, desires you whispered with modesty, cries you did not show. Today that room opens and light enters. What do you see? You see the seed you planted without witnesses and that now, finally, breaks its shell. That is how the miracle works. It is born in darkness but made for light. That is what your path is about these days. Allowing what you gestated in the shadows to see the day without asking permission. And if someone is bothered by your blooming, that is not your concern. Each person chooses which garden to cultivate. You choose yours. You choose the beauty of existing without apologizing for your brilliance. In love, I see caresses at rest, words that finally say what they wanted to say months, perhaps years, ago. Old mistakes are forgiven not out of forgetfulness, but out of learning. You will love with the maturity of one who has already looked into the darkness and did not run away. If someone returns from the past, they will do so to close with peace, not to bind you. Ask yourself this before allowing someone back to your table. Does my soul expand with their presence? If the answer is yes, welcome them. If the answer is no, bless and release them. Your heart has stopped accepting crumbs. It desires whole bread, companions on the journey, not shadows sitting beside you. In money, a flow that had been irregular finds its course. In work, your name is spoken in spaces where you were not before. They ask for your opinion, they consult you, they recommend you. Do not underestimate the power of your honest networks. You may not yet see the big leap, but you will see solid steps. What good is a leap that does not sustain you? You need foundations. And that is what you are receiving. A firm base. With a firm base, growth does not scare you. With a firm base, mistakes do not topple you. With a firm base, success does not lose you. Divine justice continues its course like a river that knows its destination. If there was unfair competition, the truth will come out. If they hid information from you, it will be known. If they minimized your achievements, they will be recognized. Your task is not to fight for applause, but to stand in your truth. Applause will come as a natural echo of your coherence. Do not keep count of grievances. Keep count of your blessings. The scale, as you know, balances itself. I also see a spiritual invitation worthy of attention. It is not a trend or an escape. It is a return to simplicity. Perhaps you will approach a brief daily practice. Breathing, gratitude, writing, and none will be insignificant. 5 minutes of presence a day can reorder 24 hours of distraction. The Spirit does not ask for heroics. It asks for constancy. That is your language, Taurus. Constancy. You speak the language of the earth, of step by step, of loyalty. With that language, speak to your destiny. Say, I am here, available and attentive. And you will see how it responds. Along this stretch, leave a trail of light in your wake. A kind word, an honest gesture, a brave decision. They may seem small, but that is how great mechanisms move. If you wish to seal what is already yours, you can write a phrase in your heart, or if you like in the comments, that affirms your pact with life. I am ready to receive what is mine by right of soul. In doing so, you do not invoke foreign magic. You acknowledge your own. And if you want to thank the current that brings you this message, do so with that simple gesture you already know. Offer your sign of approval to the universe, like one who opens the window to let in more light. It is a symbolic language, yes, but life understands symbols. So does the soul. I keep watching time and I see something that will make you smile. A promise that once seemed far away is approaching by a route different from the one you expected. That is how miracles work. They do not use your maps, they use their own. Release the anxiety of the how, and embrace the trust of the when. The when is arriving. While it arrives, make space. Organize what you already have, close what no longer adds, dignify your time. Whoever honors their home honors their destiny. And now, Taurus, listen to the final murmur of this revelation that is not final, because life will continue to speak to you within your steps. You have received warning to protect your light, you have recognized hidden enemies, in others and in your doubts. You have seen the scales of divine justice tilt in your favor, and you have sown certainties that will bloom into victory, love, and abundance. Your numbers, 4, 9, 22, 33, continue to open doors for you. Your color, emerald green, keeps your center balanced. Your spiritual energy, serene and powerful renewal, sustains your progress. Let your yes to life be clear. Let your hands work in peace. Let your heart love in truth. And when the night asks again, answer it with your mere presence. You are light. Thank you for allowing this voice to reach you. I embrace your path with the tenderness of one who knows what it took to get here. Continue. I am with you in the way life keeps speaking to you through the signs. May all that is good find you, recognize you, and stay.